Comic Timing is member supported by listeners like you over at patreon.com/comic timing. We thank you very much for your continued support of the show in any way that you could give it. For as little as $1 a month, you can get some behind-the-scenes access, get some occasional articles from Raph and Chris Naudus whenever they can do them, as well as some random extra audio from episodes, sometimes even some video, some diaries from me. Whatever we can throw your way, we will most definitely do, and we thank you once again for helping keep the lights on here at patreon.com/comic timing. And if you want to give a one-time donation, you can do that over at paypal.me/IAM sci-fi. Thank you, 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 and thank you.
All right, hey there, folks. My name's Ian Levinstein, and welcome to episode 258 of Comic Timing. You may notice that, this is an audio-only episode. You may also notice that Brent is here in the room with me.
I am here.
Yes, back in Florida, and we were going to record from the park, but, it hot out.
98 degrees. With the heat index and humidity, it probably feels like 105.
When I looked it up earlier, it was, I think, 93 degrees within a heat index of 105.
Yeah.
And, we ain't doing that.
Not for 2 hours, no.
Definitely not, no. Instead, we're at a nice local tap room in Ware Haven, Florida, just relaxing here with a beer, and we get to shoot the shit for a solid hour and a half, 2 hours, or until we're done talking. So how about them apples?
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm. So,
cheers.
Cheers, number one. Drink it on mic. That's what we talking about. And second off, you haven't talked Fantastic Four yet on mic, even though I know you have on your YouTube channel.
I did 20 minutes on my YouTube channel.
No, I know, but I'm here.
Rehash it?
I'm here in person, man, and you know that when the two of us talk, it takes a lot longer than 20 minutes.
Watches my YouTube channel.
Stop it. You have more people watching your YouTube channel than we do ours. By the way, thank you very much. The numbers continue to go up. Raph's shorts are doing very well for us.
They do very well.
Yeah.
I found on my YouTube thing, if you drop a short in the afternoon, it does way better. Like
really?
I dropped all my shorts are like just flip throughs of books because I want you to watch my review or overview of it.
Right.
And so I figured like I'm gonna give you a gateway drug on the shorts, so they'll do better in the afternoon as opposed to like early in the morning. Like you could. Apparently, the algorithm you're supposed to post at 11 a.m.
Okay.
That could be wrong. I have not checked in with the YouTube gods yet.
While people are at work and not looking at their phones?
Yeah, maybe you're prepping for the lunch rush.
I guess.
East Coast lunch rush.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I have been doing with the full stuff, but apparently I've posted a short earlier in the day. It doesn't do very well.
Yeah.
But if you post in the afternoon, maybe it's a teenager thing or whatever.
Maybe.
Like I had some that took off and they did like 1.2 thousand views in an afternoon.
Oh, that's not bad.
But then they drop off.
Okay.
So I don't know if the shorts algorithm is like, I'm going to feed you a bunch of new stuff at once.
Yeah.
And then never again.
Well, I mean...
I see a bunch of shorts from the same creators. Like, I watch their shorts. I don't watch their full videos.
Right.
I'll subscribe to them.
Yeah.
But they get fed to me on the home screen. So I don't know.
To go fully behind the 8 ball, because yes, I'm sure you all tuned in for YouTube statistics. Like Raph's shorts have been getting anywhere it must depend on when it's posted and also what's in the actual title, because his shorts have gotten like 780 views.
Yes.
But then 1 or 2 of them only have about 100 to 200. Which may be what you're talking about, depending on the time of day, depending on other factors.
He might do better. We should instruct him just to title it what the topic is, as opposed to like Raph's Comic Catch Up number 7.
Right. Yeah, which I've actually started doing with our own episodes.
Which we could do that retroactively. We could retitle his shorts.
Oh no, we can do that. We have the power.
Admins.
Exactly. I've been doing that with our long form episodes. Actually, I've stopped listing what episode number it is. I'll put it in the actual artwork, but I won't do it on the episode for YouTube in particular. For audio, it doesn't matter. Whoever's going to listen is going to listen. But for YouTube itself, it'll just have the title in it. Like this one in particular will probably have Brent and Ian shoot the shit or something like that, because what else are we going to call this episode?
We don't know what we're talking about yet.
Exactly, we don't, except for the fact that, like I said, Gold Team got to talk about it, and, we're here, so...
Oh, no, they're Blue Team.
No, they're gold team. We're blue team.
We're blue team.
We're blue team.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
keep
Well, it doesn't matter
We should
anyway.
rename the chat to blue team.
What'd you think of Fantastic Four?
I liked it more than Superman.
Okay, you did really.
I did.
Okay, all right.
I saw Superman twice. I liked it more than Superman.
Yeah.
At least on initial reaction, initial viewing. And I've told this to him. I got harassed at work. Shout out to Paul King. I'm gonna say harassed because he did seek me out to say, "Man, what the hell? You like Fantastic Four more than Superman?" I was like, "Sorry, Paul. It's the truth."
I mean, you're not the only one. I know other people who have said the same thing. Not Chris Eberly, but that's beside the point.
So I just felt like I felt the drama more in Fantastic Four. I'm busting this thing. Oh, there we go.
That's fine.
And because Superman, you never felt like he was in trouble. Because the film started off with him in trouble, and he got rejuvenated by the sun rays.
Sure.
And everything was happy-go-lucky after that.
Right.
In Fantastic Four, they don't have that ability. So when they're in trouble, I felt the drama more in that. And then being a father and having the baby in space was such a cool sequence.
Oh my God,
right after you met Galactus, that was so neat.
What makes more sense for the Fantastic Four who were birthed in space than to literally have a birth in space?
And maybe that's why he's extra cosmic, because he was near the power cosmic, and he has the cosmic rays, and he was in space.
Yep.
So if that's why he can bring people back from the dead, then so be it.
Yeah, and he can house an entire group of heroes in a ball and then have Rob Liefeld do the artwork and writing for it. Yeah, anything can happen.
Makes sense.
Anything can
Totally
happen.
makes sense. So I felt the drama and the stakes felt higher than Superman. Although I know that they're written differently. Like Fantastic Four, you're supposed to feel the stakes, and Superman, you're just supposed to feel like a day in his life, and him. That was really about him realizing who his parents were from Kansas, not from Krypton.
It's funny too, because both movies have world building because they have to. They have to set up the setting and and all that. But I think what Fantastic Four has going for it is that it doesn't have to set up future movies in that world. It makes you love the '60s retrofit and that sort of thing. But Superman, you're going to see this Metropolis 19 times after this because that they're setting up the entire DC universe. With this, we know it's an alternate reality, and chances are the Fantastic Four are going to wind up in 616 at one point.
And I liked how I disagree with Chris Eberly's saying that Pedro was not Reed Richards. Granted, I think every actor is still every actor all the time.
His mustache wasn't Reed Richards, but that's beside the point.
He's like, go full beard, and I was like, I don't think he can grow a full beard.
He has though.
A full beard in
I've seen him
Game
with
of Thrones.
I've seen him with a full beard-ish.
He does. It's not that full.
No, but
yours is very full.
Thank you very much.
Mine is
I pride myself on
less
that.
full.
Yeah, you got more of the scruffy beard.
Yeah. So I don't know that his can go that much. But anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
I felt like his read was the closed off, emotionally read that I've read in Civil War and Hickman's run, which I didn't really enjoy that much. But that's the read that I have in my brain of what is it? Straczynski, McDuffie, Hickman.
Yep.
That's the Fantastic Four.
Have you read Life Story? Fantastic Four Life Story?
Yes, I love Life Story.
Because that's what I felt like. I mean, I said it on the Gold Team episode that I felt like that a lot of the bones of that were in this movie.
I think if they had done it a little bit more like that, I think it would have been really. I love Life Story, and I thought it was such a cool framing device of instead of rehashing everything like Spider-Man Life Story was. Yeah. Here's what happened in this decade. Here's what happened in this decade. I'm going to tell you one single story that encapsulates that decade. Yeah. And Fantastic Four was like, we're kind of going to do that. It was a different writer, so it was a different approach.
Sure.
But they were building over this 8 decades or whatever it was.
But
6 decades.
Galactus is coming. Galactus is still coming. Galactus is still coming.
Instead of him coming in the first decade. I thought that was a really neat approach. So I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
They kind of had that because they're like, he's coming here, and we don't know if you're safe.
Yeah.
But people believe them because they were the world government, maybe? I
mean, the Future Foundation is basically proof of that.
Hero worship at its finest.
More than just hero worship. They're everything about that world, man. They are the protectors. They have made that world what it is.
It was a very 60s way of looking at heroes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody questioned them. As opposed to you have people now being questioned all the time. And I was watching this morning the Superman special features for the digital release came out today as we're recording this. Yeah. And James Gunn was saying his Superman is 1950s, 1960s, like pop. What do you say? Homegrown, homeboy, just he was classical in a way where in the 60s everybody was that way.
Yeah.
In the 50s and 60s. And then in the movie, he is that way where nobody's that way.
Right.
So that's the contrast
Yeah.
of how he has to navigate the world when he's one way and everybody else is not.
Yeah, I guess you can see
The
that.
FF movie was like everybody was that way because it had that pop art 60s pastiche to everything.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy-go-lucky,
Yeah.
The biggest things they have to worry about is not nuclear weapons, is whether the red ape's going to come and kick you off from your orangutan village or whatever.
Still kind of a little upset that we missed out on Malkovich. Like, I mean,
I couldn't believe that they kept a CGI ape and not John Malkovich.
I know. Yeah, like it could have easily been him with the CGI ape in that one scene, but I guess they couldn't make it work.
I liked Mole Man. I know a lot of our other compatriots did not enjoy Mole Man. I liked Paul Walter Hauser. I think he's fun.
I like him as an actor.
As a formerly
Yes.
rotund person, I enjoy seeing him on screen.
And as someone who has basically taken on your rotund, yes, I do
You know,
I do appreciate it.
There's
Yeah.
not enough, and I would really love to see a dating shows. That would be great.
Oh my God.
that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Some dad bod on a dating show would be
my
fantastic, and for that guy to get all the poon he wants.
I love him as an actor. I feel like one thing that I would definitely agree with Murd on is that they could have cast a Peter Dinklage or something like that, someone who actually fit the stature a little bit more.
He is,
of
yeah.
Mole
He's supposed to
Man.
be a little bit shorter, but
Yeah.
I guess when you're standing next to Pedro Pascal, you look short.
Well, yeah, because that man, not only is he the actor in literally everything that's come out in the last 10 years, but he has that personality.
in the last 3 weekends, he was in like 3
my
movies
God.
in the same month.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
So I agree with the critique on the last episode of where are the Moloids.
Yeah.
I feel that. I think it's just more like, hey, we don't want to spend the CGI on that. We'd rather spend it on Galactus.
They spend it on all this other shit. And I mean, talk about how practical Galactus was. Outside of the accents and making him bigger. I loved that it was an actual person.
That fooled me because I did my YouTube review and I was like, I think it would have been cool to see him in a suit. They cast this actor, they had his face on there, and on the big screen, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And it fooled me because I thought it was CGI, and it turns out it wasn't.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Right.
It was augmented, but augmented to a point where it was hiding the fact that he was a guy in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I think I would have enjoyed feeling like it was a guy in a suit more, like as a real character, as
Right.
opposed to feeling like I think he's a CGI creation. They just made him look like that was the boggling thing. Is like, if he's gonna be a CGI creation, why does he look exactly like I know how that actor looks?
But is it better than a swarm of space wasps?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And what was funny too is I watched. I showed my kids the first FF movie with Ian Grafode and Chris Evans 3 weeks before, beginning of July,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And my son Noah is 7, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I think I'm interested in Fantastic Four."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool." After we watched that one, that first one I think holds up.
Oh yeah.
It's not terrible. It's not great.
I don't even mind Chickless. I think Chickless gets the personality right, and the rocks are. I mean, they're not nearly as good as they are in this one, but for practical rock
For a
effects,
practical suit,
it's not
in
bad.
2005.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then I saw First Steps. And then last week I watched Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And if you go by on our podcast history, apparently I thought Rise of the Silver Surfer was a fantastic movie.
Yes, you did.
Upon second watch, that is not a true statement.
Let's see. How long ago was that? Let's see.
It was 2008.
Oh dear Lord.
So
Let's see.
I don't know
Rise
if
of
we talked
Silver.
about it in an episode.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure we did actually. Episode 41, July 11th, 2007.
So you got to go to the website. That's so old.
Yep. So it was 2007, not 2008.
Okay.
And yes, we do have a review. Raph's on that episode too, actually. So it's you, me, and Raph talking Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
So I remember liking it way more than I did 2
Yeah.
weeks ago when I rewatched it for the first time in maybe 10
Shockingly,
years.
your tastes have evolved since 2007.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed First Steps. I thought it was good. I thought it was, as good as... I enjoyed it as good as, I guess, Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Both of those two movies
Yeah.
are certainly better than Brave New World. for me.
Yes, I would agree with that. I feel like I'm gonna need to rewatch Brave New World and see what my actual final thoughts on that movie
Brave
are.
New World suffers because of the amount of visible reshoots.
Yes,
I think
I would agree with you on that.
and the changing of the storyline. Like I think Seth Rollins was supposed to be in it, and maybe he
Yes.
was the character that
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo Esposito.
That's been confirmed, actually.
Esposito was.
Yeah, that's been confirmed. Like they basically just cut out everything
I
involving.
think I would have
Seth
preferred
Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
You know.
But the only thing about Seth Rollins is that he would have showed up on crutches and then ditched them last minute to reveal that he was not actually injured at all. This inside wrestling right here, inside wrestling.
I've watched the WWE Netflix show. I can't.
Yeah.
Watch very little actual wrestling, but I love the behind the scenes stuff. I love the histories of.
Oh yeah.
And so and so's best matches where they're talking about, even if it's still kayfabe. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I fought so and so. But I liked the Netflix Unreal show.
I don't know if you have Peacock, but there's actually a really good documentary on WrestleMania 9. The first one, it was in Las Vegas, and how much of a shit show it was from start to finish, because they didn't even have an arena for that. Like they had to build an arena in a parking lot of the MGM Grand in order to actually make that thing happen.
Okay.
And it was like bare bones from the ground up, and then there was the whole Hulk Hogan of it all, you know. I guess rest in peace. I don't know, rest. There you go, rest. I'll just say rest. Yeah.
Who was I talking to you guys on chat?
You might have.
Maybe it's somebody else. I'll say something bad about somebody who passed away if they did actual terrible shit. The guy changed his political, maybe not changed his political views, but everybody's political views have gotten more heightened and more noticeable in the last 10 years.
Please.
And I think what has, I don't want to say anything bad about people just for that. Now, if you're like, hey, you want to call out Hulk Hogan for being a jerk and a racist, sure.
And for a man who basically diametrically opposed changes to the wrestling industry that would have benefited wrestlers to this very day. He's the man who basically called out the unionization that attempted to happen in the 80s.
And that's probably a bad thing.
Oh,
So if you
absolutely.
want to say that, sure. But if you just want to say Hulk Hogan, rest in peace because he was a Republican, like I'm not about that.
No, he's an asshole who had shitty thoughts, but at the same time also, you know, revolutionized wrestling in a lot of
figure
ways.
of
Like,
our
yeah,
age.
which is the case with how many cultural figures out there. So, like, whatever. Long story short, that's complicated.
We'll give the man
whatever.
his fair due.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know how we got there, but we're
Talking about
where were we? Yeah.
FF.
Something. Somehow that. Oh, Seth Rollins. We were talking about Seth Rollins,
Okay.
and I got the wrestling.
Okay, so I enjoyed Fantastic Four more than Superman.
Yeah.
As much as Thunderbolts, better than Brave New World, and
Yeah.
Brave New World suffered for the reshoots. That's where we were at.
What'd you think about going back to Fantastic Four? What'd you think of the quote unquote reveal of Doctor Doom literally just being him from the back?
Lame.
Okay.
Lame.
Yeah.
Like
You
at
want
this
it, you want it
point,
more?
at this point, there's we know who it is.
Uh-huh.
We know Doom is coming,
Yes.
and we know who the actor is. And you're gonna do this piddly shit where he's gonna have his mask off.
Which he better not have in the entire movie, because that's going to be problems. Like, I'm not happy about that.
So, I think we're going to go back to Spider-Man, Raimi Spider-Man, and having his mask torn off halfway so you can see the actor's face the whole time.
God. You mean the Power Ranger mask? Is he going to have a Power Ranger mask? I hope he has a Power Ranger.
I don't know. So I think, to me, that was like, all right, I already know who's playing him. You could at least have him turn.
Right.
Show me the armor, because they shot that a month ago, or a month before the movie. Like, they're shooting Doomsday.
Right.
The Doomsday director shot that scene for them.
Yeah, which has happened in the past, you know. And Doomsday director, you mean directors?
Directors,
because, yeah,
the
'cause-
Russos.
Yeah, the Russos are back in pod form.
So
right?
I think that was it was enough of a tease that it was like, it got you excited, but it was like, okay, now you're messing with me.
Yeah.
As opposed to if we had not known Doom was coming, or who he was cast as, if it was still a rumor at that point, that would have been more effective. It's Doomsday is green because it is Doctor Doom, because Doom is there, as opposed to the big show they had last Comic-Con last year, a year ago.
That's the biggest problem that I have with the industry as it stands, and we've talked about this before on the show, and I have very strong opinions on how nothing is spoiler anymore, because like they all have to like review it with enough time to be like, the hype is real. Blank is going to be in this movie. It's going to be absolutely amazing, rather than letting that be the reveal. That was the problem with Captain America: Brave New World. We talked about that on the episode.
Yeah.
Like, if Red Hulk had actually been a reveal rather than hyped ahead of time in the trailers and knowing that Harrison Ford was going to be in it, like, you know, and that would have been amazing. Like, I would have loved that, but we can't really have that anymore because of the hype and publicity train that goes behind this, where they want everyone to go to the theaters because they know someone's going to be in it, rather than the surprise of it all. You know, you can sell the Avengers on being the Avengers at this point. You don't have to give away everything. But the title is literally Doomsday. So I guess they felt like they had to tell us who Doctor Doom was going to be.
I don't know. And I think they would have, had they not said it was Doctor Doom, and if you said, hey, Avengers 5 is Doomsday, and the next one's called Secret Wars, you would have had a conversation of years, and at least a couple years, of you and me, Blue Team and Gold Team, and all these other YouTubers, saying, is it Secret Wars from the 80s, or is it Secret Wars from the 2000s? Is it Hickman, or is it Mike Zeck?
That was our questions. Back in the Kang days, those were the questions we were having, because we didn't know that, you know, that the direction was going to be Doom, because it wasn't going to be Doom.
And now, because you have Doomsday, and knowing it's Doctor Doom, it takes all that away, and we're now assuming that Doomsday is just set up for the Hickman Secret Wars with Battle Worlds and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, because also considering the casting in Doomsday.
And the fact that this is the end of the multiverse saga.
Right.
Fucking God.
We know 8/10 of the X-Men are going to be in this. So, like, I mean, look, the fact that they're bringing, you know, Alan Cumming Nightcrawler back into this, like, tells us how deep into the well they're going.
I love the fact of, like, hey, we're going to have another goodbye for the X-Men. It's like, did we not watch Days of Future Past? That was the goodbye.
No.
That was the goodbye. Well, except until we were like, oh, we really need to make a Logan movie.
Yeah.
And bring those couple people back.
And then we really had to make a Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Bingo.
Because money, please. Would you like money? Here, I'll give you some money. That's what Deadpool Wolverine was.
I honestly have not rewatched Deadpool Wolverine since I saw it in theaters.
Really?
I own it.
Uh-huh.
I have not rewatched it. Like, I don't know why I bought it.
Is that on Disney Plus? It is.
It's on Disney Plus.
It is, okay. All right, got it. Okay.
Disney Plus. They migrated Hulu over there, or the Fox stuff came over.
Yes.
With Deadpool and Wolverine like the same weekend, and everything's there now.
Yeah. Which, funny enough, when I was in Dublin, everything was Star. You know, because of Hulu and everything not being there. But now, come a couple months from now,
it will be
Hulu. It's going to be all Hulu. Hulu is going to be an international brand now, because now that they own the whole thing, they can officially make that their brand overseas as well.
It'll be a separate subscription,
but not overseas. Not overseas. Star is actually included. Yeah, I know. Well, I think eventually it's going to straight up just be merged. Like, they'll probably just charge us more, and it'll be one full thing, because it makes no sense to have that be an add-on at this point if you're going to be merging the apps.
Somehow I found out. I got a text message from my cable company. I have Spectrum.
Yeah.
And our neighborhood HOA, you have to get. You don't have to get anything, but your HOA includes basic cable.
Yeah.
Right. So. I guess they upped our. I don't know if they upped our HOA. I know the HOA went up, but I don't know if it was because of this. But it basically now our basic HOA includes basic cable and all of these services.
Oh wow!
I get, but with ads. But HBO Max, Peacock,
that's fine.
MGM Plus is a thing.
MGM Plus is a thing. Yeah, that's the only reason I even know it's a thing is because it's an add-on to Amazon.
I think Crunchyroll.
Oh wow!
I'll go back and look. Which
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm not subscribed to that, but I canceled a bunch of stuff. Saved myself $30.
Sure, of course.
And I'm now suffering through ads, rewatching Peacemaker on HBO Max.
I have a antiquated Spotify plus Hulu account from the very short time that you could get Spotify plus Hulu for the price of Spotify. So I pay, I think, $13 a month for a standard Spotify subscription that also includes Hulu with ads. So I have Hulu with ads, I pay for Disney with ads. So, like, all the Hulu stuff has ads, but not the Disney Plus stuff. Yeah, but that's where I am right now. I'm sure if an opportunity arises where there's a good enough bundle, I may just say screw it and then just up my Spotify so that both Martha and I can listen to Spotify at the same time.
Well, there's that bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max, I think, for $16.
Yes, there is. Yeah. But now ESPN is going to have its own standalone Speaking of wrestling, all the wrestling, big events are going to be on this new ESPN streaming service, which isn't ESPN Plus. It's its own ESPN thing.
UFC's going to Paramount Plus from ESPN.
God,
but at least they'll be included. That'd be
man, I miss the days when streaming wasn't cable, and now it just basically is again.
It is.
You know, you gotta pay the same amount of money that you
we
were.
just had Netflix to worry about.
I know, because and at the time people were like, how is Netflix going to make this work? I like my discs, and now they don't even have discs.
What discs?
What are discs
Like
exactly?
I literally, I was buying the occasional Blu-ray of movies I liked, and then I realized I wasn't watching them.
Yeah.
And so now I've just been completely digital.
Dude, I was literally buying the Blu-rays as a cheap version to get a digital copy because they would be included with them.
Yes.
And now, when I need a digital copy of something, it's usually an older movie, which I do the Vudu Disc to Digital thing, which now still works with Fandango at home, which is now Vudu. So I just recently got a copy of the movie Chaplin for $2, in full HD, and I own it. I can watch it anytime I want on any of the services that are included with Movies Anywhere as well.
You go to your public library and check out a DVD with the case and
That
the
too.
UPC code on it.
I could do that too. I have a PlayStation 5 that plays movies.
No, but I'm saying you can get the UPC code.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Actually,
having done it a few times.
Or you could just go
works.
to DVD UPC, and they have basically
Done that
everything
also.
that works on that.
Done that also.
I did that for all the Batman movies, all the Harry Potters. I think the Raimi Spider-Mans I own disc to digital as well, if I remember correctly, and Incredible Hulk, the only Marvel movie that's technically in the MCU that you can get through disc to digital because of Universal.
Oh.
Yeah, literally the only one, because everything else is straight Disney, and they're not part of Disney Digital. But Incredible Hulk still is. Thanks, Universal. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Universal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what would you give Fantastic Four out of 5?
I think a 4.
Out of 5.
4 out of 5.
That's about what I gave it to. I mean, and the dichotomy of it all. Like you gotta give Fantastic Four a 4. Like it's hard not to.
I was surprised how little the other characters had to do compared to Sue. I
mean, Johnny learned linguistics.
That was weird. I think it was hard. They were like, hey, we had the perfect Johnny Storm in Chris Evans.
I think
having grown up with the '90s cartoon, Chris Evans was the perfect Johnny Storm.
Yes, he was.
Because my version of Johnny Storm is that guy.
Yours is
from the cartoon.
Yeah, what not Ian Ziering. What other 90210 guy was it?
Was it the other guy with the hair?
I think so. I'll have to look it up, but yeah, I think he was only in the first season of it, okay. And they recast in the second season.
But so all right, we have to give Johnny something to do. And literally, the reason Amanda did not go see this movie with me, went by myself, she was like, Johnny Storm's not hot. Johnny Storm's not hot. And I'm like, he's on fire. And she's going, no, literally, he's not attractive. I'm like, it's the guy from Stranger Things. She's like, yeah.
Brian Austin Green. That's who it was.
Okay.
Brian Austin Green.
The Megan Fox guy.
Yes, indeed. Yep. Yeah.
So
he did a good job, though. I think Stranger Things dude did a really good job.
I call him Eddie, but that was his character on the show.
Yeah, I know.
He's British.
Yet another thing.
He did fine, but him and Ibn Mas Baccarat.
Love him so much. He finally there was a thing that captured the essence, and it might have been the fact that he was actually really Jewish.
They walked him into a synagogue, and you were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Joseph Quinn is Human Torch. Yeah, no, but they gave him. It wasn't even just like the synagogue part of it. I feel like he got the stoicness of stoicism. That is, stoicness is not a word. The stoicism of the thing, right? You could tell that there was an underlying sadness there, but also at the same time he was a fully formed character that had accepted his rocky nature.
There's just a wall in my brain from these fucking cartoons, from the old '60s Filmation ones that I never watched. I've only seen clips of.
Yeah,
and the thing's got a rocky voice. And then you got the '90s cartoon, and the thing's got a rocky voice.
Right.
Then you got Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, he's got a rocky voice.
It's great. He's got a rocky voice.
And then you've got
Ibn Mas Baccarat, who sounds like I'm singing Sweet Nothings into your ear.
For some reason, you skipped one. That's so weird that you didn't mention Jamie Bell from Fanforstic.
I can't imagine why. So yeah,
they modulated his voice, right? If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure they modulated his voice.
They hit the thing Because his design was so bad.
Yeah.
I feel like they hid the thing on that movie
He also wasn't wearing pants.
because they did not want to show how terrible he looked.
They didn't show the Thing's thing, but he wasn't wearing
Like,
pants.
I feel like the thing in Fan Four Stick was, wasn't he just a pile of rocks that had sentience similar to Swamp Thing at one point? It wasn't like he turned to stone.
I don't know,
I feel
man.
like he was actually like a levitating pile of rocks.
Well, because Ben Grimm
that
wasn't.
had Ben Grimm's thoughts.
Maybe? I don't know. To be honest with you, I still haven't seen it. It is one of the few superhero movies,
It's on
good or
Disney
bad.
Plus. You got nothing going on?
Yeah, clearly, you know.
We should do a commentary. That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Like you just going like, what the fuck?
We've never actually done a
We've
film,
never
a
done
film
a
commentary. Yeah, that might. All right, maybe whether it be Patreon exclusive or whether it be a full episode, maybe we could do Fan Four Stick and just basically MST3K it to shreds. But if it's even worth it, because I know it's not good.
If anything, we'll find other reasons to talk about other things on that show.
Yes, definitely. But I think that in a lot of ways, and I may have said this before, but I'll say it again. In a lot of ways, it is a Phase 1 movie. Like, it feels like it captures the magic of a lot of those, like, MCU Phase 1 movies did, where, like, it's a starting point, and it establishes characters you know are going to matter a great deal without necessarily having to be, like, full origin, but also, like, bring it home.
I love this trend of being a 90s superhero movie and skipping the origin.
Oh, absolutely.
You had the Shadow, already the Shadow.
Yeah.
You had the Phantom, he was already the Phantom.
Yep.
Maybe you got a flashback. I didn't spend 2 hours giving you some stupid origin of a character developed in the 1950s and 60s that has a stupid origin.
They didn't do Batman. They didn't do Batman's origin in Tim Burton's.
Thank God. So I am a fan of the same thing with Fantastic Four. I don't need to see it again. Same thing with Superman. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the origin.
And even though it's a brand new day for Spider-Man, they're not going to show his origin in Spider-Man.
It's the same dude. It's the same dude.
I love the internet discourse on calling it brand new day. They are.
What is the discourse? I'm not down with the discourse.
The discourse is that they're trolling us, man. Like, for everybody who hates One More Day and Brand New Day, this is just like, I can't believe they're bringing this up in an actual movie. Like, no, it's the name. It's the literal name that they're choosing.
Mephisto was in Ironheart. Is this going to show up in Brand New Day? Oh
Avengers Ultron. What was it called again? Ultron. Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Age of Ultron was not the story Age of Ultron. No. Just like I'm sure Secret Wars is not going to be fully the Secret Wars story. It's going to take pieces of it.
It's control
and create its own thing. They're calling it a brand new day because it's literally the brand new day of this Spider-Man. Like it's a whole new experience. Now he gets to actually swing webs without special effects. Well, with special effects, but you know.
Will we get a real Mary Jane? That's the real question.
No, I don't think so. I think we're more likely to get a Gwen than we are to get a Mary Jane.
Okay.
Just because we got MJ already in this world.
But she wasn't Mary Jane.
I know, but I don't think. Okay.
Didn't she said her name? But they just called her MJ.
It was.
She never really, to me, she never felt like Mary Jane.
I think Mary was her middle name, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Like that's why they called her MJ. But I don't know. Whatever. Either way, it's definitely not. And I think maybe even like Watson might be like another name that she had or something. But whatever.
I kind of wish they would retroactively not make her Mary Jane.
But they are. But they have.
I'm fine with Zendaya. I'm fine with Peter dating her. She was beautiful. She was a great character.
Look, Peter and MJ are getting married in real life, okay? So let's just accept the fact that they're Peter and MJ and move on from there.
I wonder if that's in his contract now. He's like, hey, you broke me up with my fiance/girlfriend.
Oh my god!
And I'm literally not able to kiss anybody else in these Spider-Man films.
You know, it's funny. I was
like that actor from Justified and the guy who played Damien Dark on Arrow.
Yes,
the guy with the white hair. He literally won't kiss, and I respect him for this, but won't kiss anybody else because he's married in real life.
Good for him
as an actor. But he's like, it's hurt my career.
Oh my god!
I have values and I'm Christian, and I'm like, okay, dude, like, come on.
I was watching Tom Holland's Hot Ones on the plane down here, and I'd watched it a while ago, but it'd been a while, and it came out as the last Spider-Man movie was coming out, Far From Home, and they mentioned Jon Bernthal just because like he had just done that movie with John Bernthal not too long before this, and they were talking about like some like pranks that John Bernthal pulled on him on the set.
Some, like Priest movie and they auditioned together. At
Exactly.
The same time.
That's what it was. Yeah, and he says, yeah, I really haven't had the opportunity to work with John Bernthal since, and I'd love to. And now the dudes are working together on 2 different movies. They're working on the new Nolan, Odyssey, and Punisher is going to be in Brand New Day.
They're shooting with the not War Machine, the War Journal van.
Oh, really?
Driving the van around New York City.
And who was Microchip in the Punisher?
Bachrach.
Exactly. Yeah, bringing it back around, baby.
So I want to say I want to denigrate our fellow blue team cast members.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Blue team. The rest of the people.
We'll call them the original.
The originals. Crew. Yeah, the original. Crew.
For all you NYC living people, and Ian, I'm including you in this.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I demand some set photos.
Uh-huh.
Some of you have nothing better to do.
Spider-Man?
To go watch Spider-Man film.
You know where they're filming it,
I mean,
right?
we had Ryan Drost on 2 episodes ago.
So
and he gave us a detailed, fantastic set report.
So first
and
off,
there's like 4 of you guys in the original crew.
Brent,
and I want that for the next movie.
I'm not going to Scotland. That's where they're filming it.
I thought for sure they were filming.
I'm sure they're going to do pickup scenes in New York, but for the most part, they're having Edinburgh fill in as New York in the filming of this, which is not the first time they've done that.
Fooled me.
I know. Well, I mean, think of how many movies were filmed in London.
Weren't you just overseas and you didn't go give us a set report? How dare you?
I was in Ireland.
How dare you?
Scotland is not Ireland. They are 2 very distinctly different places. But I did pop into a Forbidden Planet while I was in Ireland, and I didn't buy anything because they were all American.
On Netflix's Perfect Match, there's a girl who can't tell Wales from England. So what do you expect from me?
If she can't do that, look at a map. Look at a damn map, okay? Can I talk about for a minute, since we're talking about the movies and we just talked about the digital release of Superman, that's kind of been in the news the past couple of days.
Oh, I spent the morning watching that hour-long doc that apparently is on YouTube that Jamal sent us.
Oh, nice.
And there's some chemistry between Lois and Clark in real life.
I'm sure there is.
Like for real. Like
wait, hold on. A Superman and a Lois have chemistry together in real life?
Yeah, but this is like... and I hear all these stories about her husband liking some posts is like, oh, she should control herself.
Did you know that the Superman and Lois have in Superman and Lois are married in real life?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
In Superman and Lois, yeah.
No.
The TV show, yes, they are.
No.
Yes, they are.
She's married to the guy from Grimm.
No, she's...
Bitsy Tulloch is married to her boyfriend from Grimm, dude.
Maybe I'm remembering this wrong.
Yes, you are remembering this wrong.
Well, then hold on.
I don't know if Mr. Superman Teen Wolf is married at all.
Uh-huh.
But I know for a fact that Bitsy Tulloch is married to the lead from Grimm, a show no one watched, but apparently ran for 6 seasons on NBC.
All right, fair enough.
David, and he...
You're right. Never
Batman
mind.
Yeah. He was an animated voice of Batman or something.
Yes, he was, and they're doing a Grimm sequel series now. I watched that show. I actually really enjoyed it.
You should know his name then.
I don't remember.
You should know the truth of this fact.
I don't remember actors' names unless they're jammed down my throat. But all right, anyway, never mind. But yeah, they had really good chemistry, Superman and Lois, either way. So all right, never mind. But yeah,
Rachel Brosnahan and David Corenswet looks like. In the behind-the-scenes photos, they were having a lot of fun.
I mean, good for them. It looked like Corenswet in general was having a lot of fun on set.
I think he was.
And he's the reason that Superman has tights.
I would not be surprised if there's another Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie situation 2 movies from now. Just saying.
But anyway, let's go back to the fact that so this movie was originally going to be released digitally, I believe, on August 25th was the original set date. I could be wrong. They then moved it up to August 17th. James Gunn puts out a statement saying that it wasn't entirely his reasoning for this. And Chris mentioned in our comic timing chat that a whole bunch of theaters had already put up their schedules for next week when they announced that it was being pushed up a week, the digital release, and they had Superman still on their schedules, and theaters are empty because it's coming out digitally and they don't have to go to the theater anymore.
So are people buying tickets to Superman, a movie that is 6 weeks old, in the beginning of the week, though?
It's certainly possible,
the counterpoint could also be true. A, those theaters are empty,
right?
But also B, nobody buys tickets for Superman 6 weeks, a week out. Like, oh, I have to get my tickets for this Friday. The movie's been out for 6 weeks, but gosh darn, I want the best seat in the house.
I tend to do it
in a 15-seat NYC theater, Chris, by the way.
I tend to do it for two reasons. One, what you just mentioned, to get the best seat, but two, it also lets me set my schedule for the week and be like, all right, I have a movie at this time. I know I need to be there at that point, and that's why I tend to do it. But
I would argue people still seeing Superman this late in the game
are
not that interested in Superman.
Perhaps.
Unless you're Raph.
Or they're seeing it for the 9th time, exactly.
Unless you're Raph.
But what I did find interesting in that statement is that Gunn said that originally Peacemaker wasn't set to come out this month. That his original idea...
No, Peacemaker was always coming out in August.
No, what Gunn said is that he was originally under the impression that Peacemaker was going to be released next month. And that a HBO executive essentially decided to move up the release date.
I believe as long as I've been hearing about it, it's been on because I've been listening to the Rewatch podcast for Peacemaker season 1.
Right.
And they've been saying August 21st for a good while.
But that's from what Gunn has been saying, at least, like, this was not going to be the original release date. That this was, even before that announcement came out and the trailers came out and all that jazz, it was going to be happening a couple of weeks later so that they would be able to release Superman at the end of the month and then have it set up for, September.
I feel like this doesn't matter, and I don't know why Chris is so upset about some random theater owner who's probably not making that much money from Superman in the first place.
The reason that I'm a little bit upset about it is more the last secondness of it all. Because movie theaters are where they are right now. They're in a pretty nebulous situation. AMC's numbers were up, which is good for AMC, but then there's other movie theaters that have had to, either like cease operation or shut down their business because they're just not getting the amount of people that they would normally get in a regular situation. For a tentpole movie like Superman, which now is the second best movie of the summer, it actually eclipsed How to Train Your Dragon in gross in the US. It still had legs. Like, it was still selling. And I could tell because I would occasionally look at the AMC app and be like, all right, maybe I want to go to this showing or whatever. And there would still be tickets sold at my local theater in the Bronx for Superman. And I think that at least, like, if you were to give a common courtesy to the theaters and at least give them at least 2 or 3 weeks notice that the movies are coming out at this time, that would at least be nice. Warner Brothers does not like movie theaters. We know this. You remember during COVID. It was the best time for us. They didn't exactly give notice to the movie theaters that they were doing that. Nor did they give notice to the directors, nor did they give notice to the actors that were fully expecting their movies to get wide theater release. And it didn't wind up happening.
Yet Dune 2 still did great.
It did, because it was far enough along in the post-COVID mechanism where that happened. Chris Nolan doesn't work for Warner Brothers anymore for that exact reason.
They still made another Godzilla vs. Kong movie.
Which didn't do nearly as well as they wanted it to, if I remember correctly.
But Godzilla X Kong was in that same group of movies that went to HBO Max.
I like that you make it sound like his name is X-Kong. Like, that's...
X-Kong.
X-Kong.
They're making another Godzilla X Kong movie.
I'm sure they are.
Third one.
I'm sure they are because they like selling toys. They like selling toys to kids. When I was at Toy Fair, there were like 4 different companies that all had different Kong licenses, whether it be the Japanese Kong and Godzilla, whether it be American Kong and American Godzilla, whether it be Godzilla X Kong.
So Noah has had an Indominus Rex since that movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's 7. That movie came out, I don't even know when it came out.
So that would be the first Jurassic World?
Yeah. So I thought it came out when he was like 1. So I didn't take him to see it. I think we saw it at home.
Mm-hmm.
And he was into dinosaurs, so I think maybe we're like, we'll put this on during the day, watch clips of it. So he got into it.
Yeah.
He's had the same Indominus Rex toy. He just made his, who the hell bought this for my kid? One of his grandmothers. Duped one of his grandmothers into buying him another Indominus Rex toy because it does different things.
Okay.
Number 1, this Indominus Rex is a rehash.
Ooh.
Like, reimagined, it's called. And Noah loves telling me the name of this toy. It's got a red spine.
Okay.
The red stripe along its back.
Mm-hmm.
And the button makes it scream, but it doesn't, like the original one, it made the jaw open, and there was a second button, it would make the arms, like, crunch things. Like, you could grab something.
Yeah.
This new one swallows things.
Ooh.
And it has a slit in its belly. You could pull your Hot Wheels car out of the belly and have him swallow it again.
Oh my god.
And it's not a colossal-sized dinosaur toy. This is a regular-sized dinosaur toy. And it used to be only the colossal ones swallow stuff.
Did you see Rebirth, by the way?
We did. We saw it. We went and saw it.
Did you think it was any good?
You know, I had a great time watching that film because for some reason, my daughter, Olivia, who's 10, has seen all the other Jurassic Park movies, at least of the World franchise.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, this year, decided to care about characters on screen.
Okay.
And think that the things happening to them on screen were really happening.
Dolores.
And to get really emotional about the little girl being in danger from the T-Rex in the raft. I was sitting next to her, and she was grabbing my arm, clutching me.
Oh my god.
It's just one of those moments where, like, normally you may not have enjoyed it, and it had a very long start. Like that boat scene with Scarlett and Mahershala, like, skip that. I did not give a shit.
The entire thing is a video game fetch quest. Like, that's all it is.
Yes.
Like,
I could not give a shit, but I had a great time watching it. And having my daughter clutch my arm, bury her head in my shoulder, and for me to go, it's okay. It's just a movie. She'll be fine. It's not going to eat the kids. It never eats the kids. It only eats the bad guy. And then there's no more bad guys left at that point in the movie. Like, you know.
The only thing
I had a great time watching it.
The only thing that movie's worth it for is Dolores, that small ass dinosaur that keeps following them around.
I was like trying to think what the hell that name was.
Dolores the Explorers.
No, but the actual dino name, I think it's a Protoceratops.
Yeah.
And if you recall, The Land Before Time.
Oh shit!
That the female dinosaur in Land Before Time was also, I believe, a Protoceratops.
Now, was this Land Before Time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
We only talk about one.
Okay, all right.
About one. I know that there were like 9 after that.
I saw a great YouTube video breaking down like just how crazy these movies get over time because they just ran out of ideas.
Though, is as great as the first Land Before Time is. There's still only like an SD terrible scan.
Oh, I know.
VHS online.
Yeah.
Like you go and watch it on one of these streaming services and you click it and you're like, oh, this looks like shit. Like, and man, did you get my grandmother's old VHS tape and scan it?
But that's the best part. It's a franchise similar to like Pokemon, where like you can actually track. It's like the 3rd or 4th movie where they go from non-digital coloring to digital coloring, and like the entire thing changes in quality because now it's all digital.
It just shows you that the Disney Vault was a real thing because they put their negatives in there.
Yes,
and
they
kept
did.
good care of them. And Universal is like, whatever.
This is the version he only took out at parties. Anyway, gotta love that Saturday TV Funhouse. I finished Ironheart, by the way. I finally finished it. I feel like this series is not getting as much love as it deserves. I actually really dug it.
Ironheart was not bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything to write home about either. And I felt like by the end of it, I was like, okay, where's the hood?
Yeah.
And Anthony Ramos, God bless the man.
Yeah.
He's not threatening at all.
Yeah, he could be more threatening.
To be fair to him, the hood they gave him was not a great looking hood. Like that was the cheapest leather construction I've ever seen.
It's like they went to the store.
They literally were like, all right, it's a hood, but we want to see all the expensive clothes we dressed you in. When in the comics, the hood is like fucking Spawn.
Yeah.
And you cannot see anything but his face.
And he's a Brian K. Vaughan creation. Like, and that first miniseries is creepy.
I have still not read that. I have the trade paperback. But even, I remember this stuff from Bendis, right? When he was in the Bendis Avengers books.
Yeah.
And even then, he was still kind of threatening.
Yeah, he is
less threatening.
He's less threatening, but he's still threatening enough. I think as a mob boss, he worked really well, like as like a Kingpin-esque character.
He wasn't that in this. He was like, not even, I wouldn't even call him a gang leader. He was a crew leader.
Yeah,
he was.
You're right.
Elevated. If you're gonna have like criminal organizations, you have one guy. You have a duo. You have a crew, and then there's a gang. And a gang to me implies more than 10 people. So like the Fast and Furious people, if there's more than 10, I'm going to call them the Fast and Furious gang, as opposed to the crew of the first film.
Sure. I appreciate that they, in some ways, actually follow the plot of the original comic. The fact, like, the AI and all that jazz, like the Natalie AI being created, like, very, very similar in general to Bendis' original concept.
Which is fine. I would have liked that to have been just spend a little bit more money and put an effect on the girl.
Yeah.
To show that she's an AI and not a perfect hologram.
Some people walk through her. Like, that proved that she was...
Glitch every 5 frames or something.
Yeah.
You know, like, even in Star Wars, you've got all this amazing technology in Star Wars. They got Bacta tanks, and they got, you know, all these other things. Even the Star Wars holograms are still shit.
Right.
They still look analog, right? They're floating. They're
God.
glitching out all the time because they're going across light years and things like that. And they're only one color.
Could it also be, and hear me out, 1970s was a very different time.
Stop.
All right, fine. But I love that this is the series that we get Mephisto. After all the series that online...
The least
sleuths,
important, the least watched.
Yeah. All the sleuths were like, he's going to be in WandaVision. All the sleuths were like, he's going to be in you know, Agatha all along. He's going to be in She-Hulk for some reason, you know? Like, this is where he winds up showing up. It was a good implementation of him. I actually really like Sacha Baron Cohen in the role.
Sacha Baron Cohen can act.
He damn right. And even the switching of the accents was kind of cool. Like, didn't you used to have an accent? Like, oh, yeah, you know.
I wonder if that was the thing, like, on the day, he just couldn't keep it up anymore,
That's
and they're
possible.
like, you know what, just do your British accent.
Sure.
We'll make a line out of it.
And they kind of, you know, do a Spider-Man One More Day-ish ending at the end, bringing Natalie back the way they do.
That was very strange in that... I realized that she took his offer. I didn't think I realized that her friend came back to life in that way. I was like, why didn't you bring back your dad? Like, half these flashbacks were about your dad. Your friend is fucking right there as a hologram as you remember her.
She didn't ask for enough. Well no.
So, why didn't you bring back your dad?
To be fair, though...
I'm sorry, Ian, if you die in a car crash right now, and the Mephisto comes and says, hey, you want to bring back Ian or your dead dad? And you're like... I mean, I got 20 years of podcast with Ian. I'm going to bring back my dad.
That's fair. To be fair, though, it was kind of the Mephisto swerve because she asked specifically to bring Natalie back. Meaning, like, she was looking for the AI to come back. And the Mephisto swerve
I didn't catch that.
was he brought Natalie back. He brought, you know, the actual physical Natalie back. So, if you want to look at it that way, that's the way that I interpret it.
Okay.
Because whenever Mephisto makes a deal, it's never exactly what the deal you think it's making.
We needed like 5 more minutes to get the real like percolizing of the idea of she took his deal. There are going to be consequences,
right,
and maybe it's not what she meant.
I think we also could have used
because we're not going to get a season 2, obviously. You think they're going to bring that up in Doomsday or Secret Wars if she pops up again? No way.
I think that we may very well get the Strange Academy show that was teased and was supposedly in development.
Are we going to ever get Young Avengers? No.
We're going to get Young Avengers. We're going to get Young Avengers.
My belief actually is that because they said Feige gave some interviews recently and he said Secret Wars is going to be a reboot of the universe. And that's why we're not getting X-Men until Phase 7. Or the new Phase 1, Phase X, whatever it will be. It'll be completely different people, and that's why we had to use... For that reason, it was like, all right, we'll do another Deadpool movie. We'll bring Logan back.
Are we going to pull a Windows and go straight from Windows 7 to Windows 10? Like... That's the way we're going to go?
I'm of the opinion that all these threads are not going to be followed through on.
I really hope they are, to be honest with you, because to put this much effort into like setting up the idea of Young Avengers, and as a Young Avengers fan, I want them, you know? If we have to reset the universe and lose out on that, and then lose out on some damn good actors that also could very easily fit the role, plus you're doing Vision Quest, which is going to give us Tommy, like, it's going to finish that story.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to crank these out, and they were like, we're gonna hold back on all these episodes, on these series, because we put out too many.
They did.
We still have yet to have Wonder Man. That's been done for like a year and a half.
Wonder Man's coming out.
Is it this year? Is it December?
Yeah, it is this year. I think December, if I remember correctly. They just straight up dropped the Wakanda animated series without even telling anybody.
I watched that. I saw the first 3.
What'd you think?
And I fell asleep in the 4th one. I watched them all in like I think it was Sunday morning.
Is that a sign of quality or is that a sign of tired?
Could be both.
Okay.
I think they were fine. I think I was watching them more because I knew like Mark Bernardin wrote the second and third episode, and they were more like appealing to me in terms of the hook. Like, second episode is there's a Wakanda in the Battle of Troy dealing with Achilles.
Okay.
I was like, that's a cool hook.
Yeah.
God, I don't remember what the fucking third one was.
Did you get the Iron Fist one? Or
the third one was the Iron Fist
there
one.
you go.
And that was a cool hook.
Got it.
Here's an Asian Iron Fist. Oh my god, what a concept.
Whoa, you hear that, Raph? You hear that? You hear that, Raph? You hear that?
And so that one was cool. I liked that one a lot.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one goes into the future.
Ooh.
But also not the future.
Okay.
Never meets up with present day. So
Okay.
it's like you got this futuristic Black Panther that somehow, and again, this is the episode I fell asleep in and never went back and rewatched. So I'm missing half the plot.
There you go.
But apparently, there's some sort of threat in the future in Wakanda that I think the fourth one wrapped up the whole series of like, and this is why I showed you these tales of the first 3 episodes. It tied it all together as opposed to just being an anthology series.
Okay.
I think would have been fine if it was just an anthology series.
They like to basically like bring things back around.
It was the same thing with What If Season 1. Like,
Yeah.
What If Season 1, you're like, oh, okay,
Right.
it's an anthology series. And then, nope, they all show up at the last episode.
I still haven't finished season 2. Now that you think it, now that you mention it, I got like halfway through. I'm enjoying it. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Is it season 2 or season 3? Season 3 is the last one, right? Then yeah,
Yes.
I haven't finished season 3. I haven't finished season 3. Season 2 I actually liked a lot.
I like What If. Apparently, Marvel Zombies is coming out next month.
Okay.
That got moved up also.
Cool. We'll have that guy who fills in for Tom Holland voicing Spider-Man again.
Bring it.
Why not? Dude who always voices him in anything that he doesn't lend his voice to.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought Wakanda was fine.
All right. I mean, I'm okay with less things coming out yearly because there's too much shit coming out to begin with, and it's hard for me to catch up on anything. Like, I'm still catching up on shows that I really should have watched. Like, I just watched episode 4 of Wednesday.
I've not seen Wednesday at all.
You haven't seen it?
Doesn't interest me at all.
Okay. I really enjoy it.
Olivia likes it. My
Yeah,
daughter likes it.
season 2 is not as good as the first one, but it's still fun. I think Jenna Ortega is quickly getting too old to play Wednesday, so they better hurry up. Unless they're going to have her be a full-grown adult.
The only reason I could tell Jenna Ortega and Isabella Merced apart is because now I associate Jenna Ortega with Wednesday.
Okay.
Even though I don't watch the show.
Fair enough, yeah.
Because they're both like the same age,
Yeah.
they have the same look.
Yeah.
But one's doing TV.
Most things I'm behind on. I mean, I'm sure you are too, because there's just too much shit to watch. And that's why I'm perfectly okay with fewer things coming out.
Did you ever finish Born Again season 1? Donovan wants to know.
No, I didn't.
Donovan
actually,
wants to know.
I did not. I will go back to it. I watched the first episode, really enjoyed it, and then got a sandwich and forgot.
I think you will be better served
Yeah.
waiting for season 2 to start,
Okay.
and then just watch it all the way through. Because
Yes.
it really is the first half of a 2-part story.
Okay, but if I do that, I'm probably going to forget like I did about the last season of the Netflix one, which I then watched in anticipation of never watching season 1.
Well, season 3 was the fucking Born Again storyline ahead of the Born Again titled show.
Yeah, but let's also go back to that. Just because they're using a title doesn't necessarily they're going to wind up doing that for the show itself, you know? But
Having seen all of Daredevil, I knew that they weren't going to do it because they just didn't.
I like that Jessica's coming back for the new season. You know, that we're going to have more Jessica Jones in Born Again season 2. And that Bernthal's getting a special. There's going to be a Punisher special, similar to what they did with Werewolf by
Can
Night.
they bring Luke Cage into Punisher? Mike Coulter.
Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
I think that would be cool.
I think by the time we're all said and done, we're gonna get everybody but Iron Fist back. I think I might just like not bother with Iron Fist, even though I actually liked the second season of Iron Fist, and I thought that was a great improvement over what was done before. It was more Brubakery than what we had. Or was that Fraction? I'm trying to remember.
The Brubaker, it was both.
I think it was both. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because that was their follow-up to do with Hawkeye, essentially.
No, they did that, then Fraction did Hawkeye.
That's what it was. You're right. Yes. They did that together, and then Fraction did Hawkeye. Right. But no, I really dug that second season. I think that they They could have still done it better, but it was certainly a far greater
The
improvement
hook
over
of
the first season.
Colleen Wing and him sharing the Iron Fist
Yes.
would have been a great season 3.
I agree with you.
Because
They just
Jessica
let that hang.
Henwick,
Oh, she's fantastic.
gorgeous.
I love
Beautiful.
her. And honestly, they should bring Henwick into the next Shang-Chi, because that is apparently happening. I know Destin is
doing Spider-Man
is doing
Brand New Day.
Spider-Man. He's doing Brand New Day, which is also why practical effects are back, because he's a firm believer in like old school like Hong Kong action special effects, and he's bringing that back, even though previous John Watts was entirely against it. Like, that's why almost all the web swinging in his is done digitally, because he was like, you can't make this look real.
Well, maybe they were like, hey, we like your suit and all, but we don't like his wrinkles. So we're going to CGI out his wrinkles. So that means we're going to have to CGI replace every single shot of Spider-Man in your film. And he's like, why the fuck am I shooting a Spider-Man in film? Okay, embrace it.
I really like the new costume.
And I hope they leave the wrinkles in.
I hope they do, and I like the new costume. I think the new costume, it's a perfect blend of all three.
I'm still a fan of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume best. I like the big eyes.
Yeah, but the rest of the costume was over-designed. Like the middle of it was too small. I felt like there was too much empty space.
Well, Andrew Garfield is a lengthy dude.
Yes, he is. That's very true.
Tom Holland is our height.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield is like 6 something.
True. You know, going back to Superman for a minute, can we just all appreciate the fact that Superman is played by an American actor?
Fine.
Like, someone doing their own accent in a film. Like,
He's
what a
wearing
concept.
Eagles jerseys in all the Superman behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Eagles sweatshirt because he's from Philly.
That's true. Yeah. Well, okay, no, I was going to say all the Fantastic Four, but no, that's not true, because there's at least 2 of them that aren't actually.
Sue and Johnny are.
Sue and Johnny
British.
are British. They're stealthy Brits. They're stealthy Brits that have secret voices that they don't show people. What else? What else have you seen? What else have you read?
I've read just in the last week. I was checking Comixology Unlimited, which I'm still paying for because there's stuff on there I haven't read yet.
There's still a Comixology Unlimited?
There is still a Comixology Unlimited. Because you can hold stuff forever on there.
Sure.
Unlike the Hoopla app where you can hold it and then it's like, 3 weeks are up, have to give this digital copy back to someone so someone else can read it.
Right.
It's like,
well, because it's related to the libraries. So, I've always hated that idea of digital rentals actually having some sort of like lease, but
it's like I rented what was that movie, Drop? With I forget who was in it. The girl from Sirens and a couple other things.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
And the guy, Skylar Glennar, the guy who they want to be the new Batman that was in the movie with Blake Lively and stuff like that.
Yes.
We watched half of it. Me and Amanda both fell asleep. And we're like, we'll pick this up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Never did. Guess what?
Megan Fahey?
Megan Fahey, yes.
There you go.
Never finished it. I lost my $6. And I think it's on a streaming service now, but I'm going to go back and finish it now.
I mean, it's on a streaming service. That means you could watch it whenever you want until
If I have 30 days to start the rental, why do I have to finish it?
I agree with that.
Give me 48,
they should at least
5 days.
They should give you 30 days to finish it. Like, once you've watched it once, then you can have it disappear within 5 days. Like,
but you know what? If back in the day when we were children, in ancient times,
yes, in the long ago, yes,
before my buddy Jacob was born, you would go to a video rental shop,
yes,
and you would get it for 3 days.
Yes,
and we could watch it as many times as possible.
Also, yes,
sometimes older movies were 5 days,
and then if you didn't return it, you would get it late fees.
Yes.
Yeah. And then if you never returned it and you waited for the chain to be out of business, you kept the DVD. Not that I myself have. No, I know people that one I'm happy to do.
Never paid my late fees.
I stopped going to this place because I had late fees, and then Blockbuster went out of business. So woo. I also remember buying a bunch of DVDs from Hollywood when they went out of business.
Oh, I bought some from. I remember Blockbuster having sales.
Yeah.
Because they would stock up and they would get rid of those stock once it was not in demand.
Yeah.
And then I remember buying the most DVDs used from GameStop.
Really? Huh. I didn't even know GameStop had used DVDs.
It did.
Okay.
Long time ago.
And they don't anymore. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Now they barely even have games.
My local GameStop closed.
Yeah. The reason why it's called GameStop is that they've stopped selling games. They're just selling pops.
Then,
That's it.
You know, they might not be able to sell games at all in the next console business.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that.
Switch
man.
2 apparently has games that they will sell you an empty cartridge.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it is
an NFC chip. I'm like, what the?
It's a cartridge that then downloads the game, which is also, I mean, but there's also already discs that do that on the PlayStation 5.
Yes,
like,
yes, there are.
Like you have to download almost an entire freaking game in order to play the thing.
Yes.
It's like, why did I buy the disc? Why did I bother? You know? But I mean, I luckily got my copy of Spider-Man digitally when I got Miles. And originally that was supposed to have expired. They've since extended that deal.
Nice.
So if you get the special edition of Miles, you can get the digital special edition of Spider-Man for free as well.
I only get physical discs on games because it gives people something for me to buy me something for my birthday or Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no one wants to hand you a card with a code in it.
Yeah.
Here's a code for God of War.
I have the Capcom Fighting Collection. That's just so much fun, man. Like playing all the old
I
Marvel
don't have that. I
verses.
have the Street Fighter one that I think I've touched twice.
Okay.
And I want the Capcom one.
Yeah. The
Marvel vs.
Marvel versus and all that. And there's a new one that's out that has Capcom vs. SNK and Capcom vs. SNK 2 as part of it, as well as like Power Stone and a bunch of the, I think, a version of Street Fighter Alpha's on there, like old good stuff.
I'm excited for the beat 'em up coming out. Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yes. IGN says it's a return to, it's like everything a 90s kid wants.
Well, they said it's the same people who did TMNT Shredder's Revenge,
Yes.
which I played on my phone.
Which is excellent. Yeah.
I got a Backbone for my phone.
Oh, wow.
And played it via Netflix games.
Okay.
Which was fun.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that, so I'm like, all right, sweet.
I have a physical cart of that I got from that company that, you know, like it's like limited release games or whatever. Like they make full copies of something that's normally digital.
Yeah.
And I have a physical copy of it through that. But I also have, I think, the PlayStation Plus version of it on my PlayStation to play whenever I want. But they made Scott Pilgrim. Like that's really all you need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never played that.
Yeah.
But it's coming back? Or they're making a sequel?
They're making a sequel, which I think is either already out or soon to be out. That's supposed to be like a brand new game, brand new experience with the Scott Pilgrim characters.
Yeah.
So.
I tried reading the real Scott Pilgrim after seeing the movie, and I could not. Like, I was like, I saw the movie, I saw the whole, because the movie was the whole series.
I know you long enough to know that Scott Pilgrim's not going to be your bag. Like,
Maybe, I don't know if it's the story or the art style.
Maybe it's possible, but also the animated series is its own thing. Like, it's not like it's a retelling.
I think I've watched 2 episodes of that.
I love that series, man. Like that shit was the going into it. I thought it was just going to be a retelling, and the fact that it's also a sequel. In a lot of ways,
it was like a multiverse tale.
It kind of is, but like it's a brand new Scott Pilgrim experience for anybody who has it. But that's what I love the most about it is that like it basically threw me for a loop, fully expecting one thing and then getting something entirely different.
True statement. I only watched the first 2 episodes.
Well,
out of 8.
Go back to it and watch the rest. You will enjoy it. But what were you saying that you rented from Comixology Unlimited?
Oh. I read through all of. Don't want to say all. I feel like I'm pretty much caught up with Something is Killing the Children.
Ah,
I read 7 volumes of it.
Something is killing the children.
Yeah.
Read 7 volumes of it in like a day.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
And I was like, it was the afternoon. They read fast. I'm a fast reader. They read really fast. Modern stuff. I feel like these ones you could read 6 issues in 35 minutes.
Right.
And I think the kids were getting ready for bed, so I didn't have anything else to do. Laundry was done, the dishes were done, whatever. And I was like, I just read through them like lickety split. Maybe we got through the first 6 volumes. And I was like, wow, they're all on here. So I downloaded them all and I read them all. And I read the first one and I was like, man, this is good. I remember reading issue 1. It never
really clicked.
Like, well, here's the whole story. Okay, so I blitzed through them. It was so good.
Okay.
It was so good.
Good to know. Yeah, I've been interested in it. I think I maybe read the first 3 issues of it back in the day, and I think I own volume 1 if I remember correctly, like physically. So I'll head back to it. Like, is it like creepy horror or like?
It's action. It's action horror.
Okay, got it.
And I wouldn't call it horror as much as it's a monster movie.
Okay.
It looks horror because they have these teeth masks or whatever, but
Yeah.
the hook is basically, if you haven't heard of it, it's by James Tinian.
Yeah.
Tiny Onion.
Yeah. James Tinian the Fourth.
The Fourth.
Yeah.
Famous for being Scott Snyder's Golden Boy,
Indeed.
doing Detective Comics with Azrael, my favorite. And then he did a run on Batman with Jorge Jimenez.
He had a Flash run too, if I remember correctly.
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Anyway, he left mainstream comics, I think, too soon.
Yes.
Too soon. And then Joshua Williamson was like, haha, I'm going to steal your coattails and be the new Golden Boy. And now he's DC's new Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, the hook for it is there's monsters out there. Monsters are real, but only children can see them.
Ah.
And these monster hunters, these adults who somehow found a way to make themselves see the monsters, because you only see them if you believe in them.
So it's Creepy Monsters Inc.
Yes.
Okay.
But the monsters eat people. Like
Right.
they're here to kill you.
Okay.
Something is killing the children.
Ah, I see. Hence the name of the thing.
So Erica Slaughter is
Yeah.
the girl with the teeth mask.
What a name.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
And that's not her real name.
No.
She's from the House of Slaughter.
House of Slaughter.
So the further you get into, like, I think in Volume 2, they introduce another hunter with the same mask.
Okay.
And you're like, whoa,
Okay.
there's more than one. They're talking to each other like they know each other.
There's more than one Radiant Black?
They do, yeah. Similar thing.
Yeah.
And so there's a whole House of Slaughter in Chicago, and they have different factions inside this house.
Okay.
Some of them take care of the house. Some of them are the tech guys, the guys in the chair.
Yeah.
Some of them hunting, the white masks hunt in packs. The black masks are solo hunters.
Okay.
And then there's more than one house. There's a House of Butcher in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
And so there's a whole organization. And I hooked on to the fact that it was about St. George and this is a Christian saint. St. George and the Dragon was one of my favorite tales growing up.
Okay.
And basically it's the only Christian myth that introduces a real dragon into Christianity.
Okay.
As opposed to like St. Patrick getting rid of snakes in Ireland or something.
So what about
kind of
Pete's
weird like
Dragon?
that.
Was
It's
that
different.
okay, got it. Okay.
So St. George killed the dragon, and this is basically take the Order of St. Dumas and combine it with killing dragons and multiple houses around the world
Okay.
in charge of disposing of these monsters. There you have it.
All
And
right.
Erica disagrees with their methods because they're more concerned with keeping the existence of monsters a secret
Than they are actually.
than they are
like-
saving people.
Okay.
So
Got
that's
it.
where the conflict comes in over the course of the series.
I also feel like I already said Monsters Inc., but you could also throw in Real Monsters as perhaps a little bit of an inspiration.
The
behind
monsters
that.
don't talk. They're not
Okay.
cute.
Okay, got it. They're just
But that was really good.
Okay.
And so there's 7 volumes on Comixology Unlimited. Read all those.
how far behind does that leave you?
I think there's like just one other volume
Okay.
and maybe 2 more issues after that. And then there's a bunch of spin-offs like in exploring. I read 1.5 of those. The different color masks of the House of Slaughter.
There's only a certain amount of books you could take out under Comixology Unlimited,
50.
right? Oh, 50. Oh, that's not bad.
It's quite a lot.
That's not bad. Yeah, okay. So basically, if you could return something that you know that you're already read or will never read, and then just free up your spot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the problem with that is it's a rolling library, right? So like
Right,
I
right,
have
okay.
I have Lucifer, that series on here.
Yeah.
If I were to return one of those,
Yeah.
I would never get it back.
My problem with like my way of potentially reading this outside of using someone's account, cough, is that Comics Plus. I forget whether I mentioned this on air or not. I probably did. They just lost Boom as one of their
The one we were
supporters.
just talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Comics Plus. No, not Comixology Unlimited, but Comics Plus. The free library app.
Now has nothing. Oh,
no,
that's
no.
a library.
They have plenty of stuff, but they don't have Boom anymore.
Oh, you guys don't have Hoopla.
No, we don't have Hoopla. We don't have access to Hoopla because your library system has to pay for that, and they just don't want to pay for that with MYPL and all
Okay.
that.
Orange County has Hoopla.
Yeah, we have this, which has a Blaze, Dark Horse, Fantagraphics, Image, Oni, all that jazz, and Boom used to be a part of it, but Penguin Random House doesn't support library apps. So soon enough, chances are even Hoopla won't have it if they don't already. If they haven't already been removed.
Hoopla's still got like Marvel and DC on here.
They do, but those are separate deals that have been reached. Because I know Penguin Random House Penguin Random House only actually releases Marvel stuff, I think. DC is under Lunar as their main distributor, so that's a whole other plan.
I got bad news. It's on Hoopla.
Okay, well, there you go. Then they must have made a separate deal. Because although I know Hoopla's not just libraries, but they have really
Hoopla
weird...
has movies and TV shows.
I know.
And it's crazy.
Yeah. They have a very weird agreement that they make with library apps, Penguin Random House. So, mostly because they want you to pay for things as much as humanly possible. And free is not what they like. But glad to see it's
all of the Image, Jeff Johns line, what's that fucking called? Ghost Machine?
Yes, there you go.
The single issues are on Hoopla the day of the release.
Nice.
Which is kind of
I don't think it's day of release on Comics Plus, but they definitely do have some of that stuff there. For that matter, like all of Saga's on here, a whole bunch of Invincible.
But here's how old some of my stuff is.
Yeah.
My checkouts and my indefinite holds. Spider-Man versus Venom, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage.
Oh my God.
Carnage Classic.
Wow.
Those all came to Comixology when the second Venom movie came out. 3 years ago.
Wow.
We're now on the last Venom movie last year.
So wait, so it's rolling, but if you save it, it stays, or these just haven't been removed?
I don't have these downloaded. They're just saved in my checked out.
I get it. Okay.
So even though
if they were to be removed, then you would.
They are removed.
Oh.
If you go to Marvel, this is X.
Okay.
Book details.
Yeah.
Borrowed 2021.
Okay.
If you go to it, it's
Right.
not. It's that's on Kindle Unlimited, but
no, but it's
not there.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
So
But
it's
because
an
you had
indefinite
it.
hold.
Oh wow, that's fascinating.
The Star Wars one.
So you would lose your hold if you were to say
I returned
if you
borrowed on 2019.
Wow.
This Star Wars Legacy book I've never read.
Oh my God.
Why am I holding this? I want to read it at some point. I don't know.
I at least have access to those via Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
Because they have like all the Star Wars stuff on there and pretty much everything else. Which, by the way, some of the books that I read more recently were on Marvel Unlimited. I started One World Under Doom. The new big shit that's gone on. And I read the first 2 issues of it. That's written by Ryan North, current writer of Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And
See, I started his run and I did not. The single issue thing didn't jive with me.
I've heard his stories are better in full. I read the first 2 issues so far of One World Under Doom. Long story short, for the past couple of months in Marvel Universe, Doom has been Sorcerer Supreme. And now he suddenly makes a deal with, with all of the people in charge of the world, all the big presidents and dictators and all that jazz, that he's going to be in charge and they're going to report to him and he's going to bring world peace. And everything's going to be fine because Doom is the man who can bring everyone together. And this is what he's using. Clearly, he's using magic to make it happen. The Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the X-Men and all that jazz are trying to figure out how and why this is happening. In the end, it really does feel like a glorified Fantastic Four story, which just happens to have other, people involved with it as well. But I'm intrigued. The second issue starts off with Valeria having a talk with Doom and trying to figure out how on the up and up he is because she's close to him. She's basically he's her Uncle Doom and has been because without Dr. Doom, Valeria wouldn't have been born in the first place. And he basically tries to explain to her that he's being no bad intentions here. He swears he's the one who can make all this world peace happen. Okay, sure. And that's where we are at this point, where Doom is basically trying to make it seem like the Fantastic Four and the Avengers are bad guys in this situation because they're trying to stop him from ruling. And that's where we are at the end of issue 2.
Why is the world okay with this?
Because so far he's created all these schools and world peace and all this jazz, and is basically trying to, put across that he's the one that can keep this going.
Does he have universal basic income? Is he a communist?
Apparently, this is the way we're rolling with it. So I don't know where we're going with this, and outside of like the actual politics of it all make no sense to me. All I know is that Doom in charge, Doom best, and everyone else reporting to Doom.
And they're just fine?
Yeah. He also killed Baron Zemo, which I'm sure will not get reversed at any point. But yeah, Zemo's dead. Red Skull is dead. And he also paints it as, I'm getting rid of all the Nazis. So that's where we are. Two issues in. It could be interesting. I'm intrigued enough to continue reading it from here.
See, in the Marvel Universe, I feel like that would actually work.
Yeah.
I'm killing all the Nazis. Because you would know, hey, there's a few big Nazi organizations out there.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, Secret Empire, again.
Speaking of which, I can't wait to read...
I mean, I might be okay with that in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
In our universe, there's not that many real life Nazis.
Zdarsky, well, and the ones that there are, go fuck them. But Zdarsky is currently writing a Captain America series where Cap was removed from the ice after 9/11.
I have read that.
Okay.
It's bizarre.
Okay. Is like bizarre in a what is going on way, or bizarre in a why are they doing this way?
The story's interesting.
Yeah.
The art is good.
Okay.
And
I know he basically
no explanation yet.
Okay, no explanation as to like the time jump or
none whatsoever.
Okay.
And there's to even the fact that this went under the radar so much that Marvel didn't even promote it.
Wow.
Like, did I know that Captain America was ending?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did anybody know there was a new Captain America #1? I don't think anybody knew until the week before.
Wow.
Much less what was in it. That they did not promote. Hey, this is a new Captain America, but we're moving his origin story into the future.
Interesting. Okay.
Because before he was that rolling timeline, but you had that story with John Ray Niebuhr.
Yes.
And John Cassidy doing the 9/11 stuff.
Right.
Which I thought was like, at the time, was like groundbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody was in the very hating time period.
Yes. Not the best. Not the best.
But yeah, he
introduced a new Captain America.
There's a Captain America who was in Afghanistan, Iraq during the Iraq War.
Right.
Who's got red hair.
Okay.
And that guy, similar to how like they retroactively rewrote Captain America in the 50s,
right.
said no, that's actually this other dude.
Nomad and all that jazz. Yeah.
It's this similar vein.
Okay.
Similar vein.
All right. Interesting.
But the story takes place in modern day, as if Cap woke up last week, or a month ago, and then it's like, you know what? I know Tony Stark talked to me, but I'm gonna go join back up with the military. And then he finds out you're not the only Captain America, and this guy's now kind of jaded because he's been Cap for a while.
Right.
And I think he has some version of the super serum, and he's just like, Captain America, you're so optimistic. Like, I'm just here to do a job. I'm gonna go rescue my guys. And they're in Latveria in the second issue.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Cap's like, no, we have to free the people. And he's like, I'm just here to get my people, or I'm getting the fuck out.
So what you're saying is that Superman.
but it's so weird because there's nothing for Marvel promoting this as like a new jumping on point, a new Captain America story.
I think they might be afraid of promoting it, quite frankly, and I think that they may be just seeing what the general reaction of regular comic book readers are before they put this as their new hotness. Because this could easily crash and burn. Not that I mean, I love Zdarsky, don't get me wrong. Like, pretty much everything that the dude's written, I've enjoyed.
Dude, after Spider-Man Life Story, I'm on board with anything that guy wants.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Mind you, his artwork on Sex Criminals is also great, but that's a very different thing. The other thing I read was I started the new Iron Man series that started last year, 2024.
God, that's awful.
It's so the first issue.
Starts off strong, but
because that's all I've read so far is the first issue.
It gets bad.
Okay, all right. I like the whole concept of like the magical armor and all that, which seems to be what we're aiming towards. But apparently the rest of it's no good because first issue had me hooked.
Yeah, I don't know.
New Ironmonger, like
it just wasn't. I'm just like, why? We're gonna take away Iron Man's armor. I'm like, we already did this in Fraction's run 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, of course we did.
And Fraction did a great
Yes, he did.
job.
Yeah, and this in some ways is a follow up to that because we even get like, characters back that haven't been around since that point.
Yeah, I think I read some of that. It's not my thing because it was more medieval.
All right.
What else I read? read Black Hammer on Chris's recommendation 2 episodes ago.
Nice.
Not a fan.
Really?
I think it's fine. I read the first 4 volumes.
I've read the first volume and I really enjoyed the first.
So like there's 2. They do it in like it's kind of like Hellboy.
Yeah.
But the first miniseries is 12 issues, and that's volume 1 and 2. And then there's a cliffhanger on the end of volume 2.
Yeah.
And then volume 3 and 4 is a new miniseries. So it really should be 24 issues.
Right.
So I read those first 24.
Okay.
And it has a nice ending.
All right.
I was like, okay.
Kind of feels a little Astro City to me. Like it's in some ways, like setting up a superhero universe and going from there.
The universe they come from is a pastiche of everything.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
It wasn't Lemire art, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
That it was like Lemire,
right.
I guess. But it wasn't like I remember Chris being like, "Oh, Brett, you're really gonna love it."
Yeah.
And I didn't. And so I was hoping to love it based on her recommendation. So I tried it.
Fair enough.
I read Heroes in Crisis again to punish myself.
Oh, why would you do that?
Because I got a hardcover from Ollie's for $7 and decided I need to read it for my channel.
That was too expensive. I'm sorry, man.
For the guy who bought the issues digitally, it was really expensive.
Yeah. Okay. Look, Tom King. I know how you feel about Tom King.
And I'm trying to come around to Tom King.
Yeah. I still think his stuff reads better in full rather than individual issues.
I have this Batman book 1, which is like 20 issues long, so I'm interested to read that in a big chunk as opposed to month to month.
I still want to read Rorschach, actually, because I heard very positive things about that.
I have that. I have not read it.
I have it on my shelf, and it's on my to-read pile. Definitely haven't gotten to.
I told you I read Danger Street.
Yes.
And that was nigh unreadable.
I have a feeling I'm going to have a different opinion on that than you. I'm not sure, but I hope I do.
Perhaps.
Yeah, let's put it that way. But yeah, I mean, I did some reading basically to talk about it here, and I also read the new Superman Unlimited by Dan Slott.
Okay.
And the first issue of it kind of feels like a greatest hits of Superman in a lot of ways. Dan Slott's definitely leading into the Silver Age on this one. Not in a bad way, but giant kryptonite asteroid heading towards Earth. Superman tries to stop it. As he's doing this, Lois Lane is announced as like the super editor-in-chief of a new Daily Planet conglomerate that's like going to be global, not just in Metropolis, like different, like almost like CNN, where like they have locations all around the world and all that. They're setting it up.
They serve the whole planet.
Exactly.
Daily.
I know, seriously. But somehow they did that just out of Metropolis. Now they're going to literally be everywhere. Morgan Edge's former wife is the one in charge. And as they're doing this, Superman has to, Clark has to change his Superman and stop a kryptonite asteroid from destroying Earth. As he's doing it, we're getting flashes of his entire existence and all that, like getting us familiar with him. Not that we don't know who Superman is already, but we're getting it anyway because
the movie jumping on point.
Exactly. And then by the time it's done, it looks like Superman has given in to the asteroid and his fate, only to then be woken up on the watchtower by the Justice League, and he's then informed that his body essentially created a new superpower for him. For 2 minutes, he can be entirely impervious to kryptonite. He turns entirely gold, and all of his, similar to what he looks like actually in All-Star or year 1 million, DC 1 million, but he turns entirely gold, and within those 2 minutes he's impervious, but then after that he's entirely drained of his abilities. So like after he does this, like after he hulks out, he's screwed unless he can go rest somewhere, rebuild his solar energy, and move on from there. So basically, he's going to need a lot of help. Second issue has the Creeper in it, which is pretty fun because I love the Creeper as a character, and Dan Slott does a good job with him. But we're definitely going more Silver Age with his storytelling for Unlimited. But I dig it. It's a nice change of pace.
I will confess,
Uh-oh.
I was in a used bookstore.
Yes.
As I am wont to do, because you
Yes.
can find some good deals on old
That
comics
is true.
there.
Yep.
And they had an issue. They had the trade paperback of The Creeper from the Brave New World
Oh, wow.
series.
Okay.
And I have to confess that I bought it.
Okay.
Not because it's bad.
Yeah.
Steve Niles,
Yeah.
the artist, do you remember?
No.
Justiano.
Ah, fuck.
So since it was secondhand, no royalties were paid.
Yeah, that ain't being reprinted.
Damn.
Son of a
And
bitch.
I was reading it, and I was like, God damn it. It's
Yeah, I know.
such a wasted talent.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Unfortunately. But I'm digging it so far with Superman Unlimited. It's its own feel. You could tell Dan Slott's going to be off in a corner doing his own thing, but it also helps reestablish Superboy as being in canon, which Mark Waid is currently doing in his own run.
If you can find the Superman Treasury by Dan Jurgens and
Yeah.
Bruno Redondo,
Uh-huh.
that's great.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oversized.
Uh-huh.
It's like 80 pages long. It might as well be a
Shit.
graphic novel.
Okay. All
It's
right.
one story. Giant.
I will add that to my Christmas list. Like,
$16.
I will definitely add that to my Christmas list. I don't really buy comics anymore. Occasionally I buy trades, but like that's what Christmas is for. Like getting me those type of situations. So.
That was the thing that I was like, ooh, what's that? I was like, oh, that's big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Okay.
As opposed to buying like the oversized Hatush issues.
All right. Hatush is trash.
So I reread the first three before the fourth one came out.
I do not like it,
And I
man.
was like, it's still bad.
I don't like
It
it.
reads a little better
Okay.
going forward, but
I haven't read the most recent Long Halloween, series that Loeb is doing. I'm sure that's way better than this, but like I haven't liked a Jeff Loeb story in so long.
I think Jeff Loeb lost something.
We all say this. We all.
son died.
I know, unfortunately. Which I mean, again, there's only so much you can say about that. Like it was a tragic situation.
Because the stuff before that,
Yeah.
he was mostly pretty good, or if not great.
Oh yeah.
Son died.
Everything he
and then
did was
I think
Sale.
he did after that was the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
And his Hulk run, as fun as it is with McGinnis art, not great.
It's all right. It's all right.
The whole mystery of the Red Hulk, to begin
Yeah.
with, was like, it wasn't set up. I reread it recently, and I was like, this isn't set up at all.
But you know what? There are creators that are very much of their era. Like Jeff
Yeah.
Jeff Loeb is 90s, 2000s, excellent. Claremont, 70s, 80s, great. Claremont today, not so much. Jeff Loeb today, not so much.
I really wonder if, like, I want to look at Chris Claremont's contract.
Yeah.
The guy hasn't written anything, really.
He has a lifetime contract. He has a lifetime contract with Marvel Comics.
So is he still getting paid to do one issue a year?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
How much money?
More money than God, probably, because without him, the X-Men would not exist.
But it bothers me that he's never, like, he must really hate DC.
Oh, speaking of which,
You know what I mean? Like, he never went and said, I'm going to try the other flavors of ice cream.
you know what we haven't mentioned? John Byrne's Elsewhere.
Swing, yes.
His fanfic actually finally being published by Marvel. How much money did they roll up to his house in order to make this happen? Because like he's been fighting with Marvel for this long, and like I said, he would never publish it.
X-Men sales have been so bad after they killed Krakoa that they're going to John Byrne. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Actually, I don't even know what the sales have been.
Well, they canceled half the books we reviewed a year ago.
True, but X-Men and Uncanny are still going strong, and Laura Kinney Wolverine I hear is excellent. I'll have to check that out.
Okay.
But yeah, X Factor got canceled.
MYX is done.
Extraordinary's still running, so Extraordinary X-Men's still running.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. MYX got canceled, but they're replacing those with new books anyway, so we don't know
Well,
where
they're
that's
gonna.
going.
Aren't they doing like a New Age of Apocalypse?
They are, yeah. Two competing ones, if I remember correctly. Like they accidentally planned like. Loeb, speaking of Mr. Loeb, he's coming back to basically continue Age of Apocalypse from where it left off. That's the one thing that's doing. And they're doing a new series, which is essentially going to be like the entire Marvel Universe in an Age of Apocalypse situation.
I've only seen the one with Age of Revelation. Is that the Loeb one?
Age of Revelation. No. That's a whole separate thing. Age of Revelation is basically like a send-up to it. This new Age of Apocalypse series that Loeb is doing is going to be like as if
That's a standalone.
it's a standalone, like as if the Age of Apocalypse was continuing
They've
from
already
its
done
last
that, like,
issue.
2 different times.
I
already,
know,
though.
but never with the original creators.
That doesn't mean it's great.
Yeah, I know, but this is kind of like what they were doing with like X Factor a couple of years ago, where like they were getting like Wheezy to do like new X Factor stuff as if she continued on, or or Claremont, or that X-Men book that came out a couple of years ago, where like Nicieza got to do his Adam X the Extreme story after all these years, like giving people opportunities. But this one is it's called X-Men of Apocalypse that Jeff Loeb is doing, where it's going to be Jeff Loeb and Simone DeMeo, and continuing Age of Apocalypse as if like this is the next issue of that.
I didn't know Jeff Loeb was into Age of Apocalypse. I consider him.
Yeah.
I never read the thing.
Age of Apocalypse was in a lot of ways his baby, along with Lobdell and 1 or 2 other creators. Like Jeff Loeb was one of the driving forces behind it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like the basic premise of it and the Age of Apocalypse issues that came out, those were all Loeb.
Okay.
Yeah, so makes sense for him to go back to it. But either way, maybe that'll be good. I don't know. It's just I'm not the biggest Loeb fan. Let's put it that way. Hatush feels like the laziest Jim Lee art I've seen in years.
I said this on our chat.
Yeah.
The pencils he has for that Deadpool Batman cover look good.
Yeah.
And then you add the inks on
Yeah.
and the colors, and it flattens it out.
Is it still Scott Williams or is it someone
It's
else?
still Scott Williams and it's still Alex Sinclair. And I'm like,
Doesn't make
maybe
any
that's
sense.
why.
Maybe that's the only thing I can think of, is that maybe it's just time to move on. Like get some new collaborators in there. It might just be too much.
Dave Mustaine is calling it quits for Megadeth. He
Okay.
said, we're doing one more album next year.
Yeah.
We're doing one more tour,
Okay.
and I'm done.
Uh-huh.
He's quitting. He's made all his millions.
What you're saying is that it's going to be a Megadeth,
It's the death of Megadeth.
the death of Megadeth.
And, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He's going out on top, as he says.
And yet you look at guys like Mark Waid, and they're still putting out good shit.
My mother-in-law loves Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and maybe they should have done that a long time ago, because that guy's like 80,
Yeah.
and they canceled their last tour, and he can't tour anymore.
Not to mention, what a problematic human being. The things I've learned about Steven Tyler that I wish I never learned. But I hope that this new Age of Apocalypse stuff is like good Jeff Loeb. Just like I hope, once I read Long Halloween, the new stuff, I'm sure it's great. Like I've heard excellent things about it. The different artists alone that he's had involved with it to tribute Tim Sale, like that alone, like brings it to a whole new level. And I'm sure it's great, but Head Touch not so much.
I'm wondering about if Mark Waid should stop.
Really,
His JLU,
I really like it. So
like
far.
I've loved the World's Finest stuff,
Mhm.
but his JLU so far just feels very like unorganized.
Okay. And yet he literally just organized the DC universe in the new history.
Hey, look, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you have to draw the comparison because you call it after a cartoon.
No, I get it.
So the cartoon, one
Right.
and done episodes.
Right.
They got rid of the 2-act structure
Sure.
from Justice League.
Right.
One and done,
Yeah.
mix things around.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't an overall story. I think so.
Yeah.
But his JLU run, he's pulling in all these different characters with each issue.
Yeah.
And it's so many different characters that I'm losing the plot.
Okay. Got it.
Whereas, like, you remember Brave and the Bold that
Yeah.
he wrote?
Mm-hmm.
That was one and done storylines.
Oh, sure,
Moving
yeah.
in different characters.
Right.
But there he found a hook,
Mhm.
whether it was a character or a plot point, to
Yeah.
move from one issue to the next.
Right.
JLU to me is like not doing that,
Okay.
and it's just like, "Rah."
Yeah. All right. Let me get further into it, and I'll report back. I do think that the overall like crossover stuff that he's been doing with DC, I think has been working really well.
Well, I read that the crossovers We Are Yesterday, and that
Yeah.
made sense to me because
Yeah.
we're going back and forth.
Right.
But that first 5 issue leading up to that,
Mhm.
I was like, what the
Part of me does feel like this is his swan song, though. Like I think he will be stepping away once he gets the stories out that he wants to tell here at DC. And frankly, more power to him. Like, dude's been working in the business for so many years at this point. Like, his Flash is luminary. It's the best damn Flash that's ever been made. Weirdly enough, I think at this point it's either Jeff Johns or Jeremy Adams I'd say is next, because they both did excellent runs. Jeremy Adams' run, I know I've talked to the dude, but like, Jeremy Adams is the best creator at DC right now.
I tried his Flash run, but I'm such a Williamson fan that I loved Williamson's run.
Williamson's run was good.
Jeremy Adams came on
yeah.
after Williamson, and I did not.
Are you reading his Green Lantern?
I'm reading his Green Lantern.
I love
his Green Lantern's good.
Yeah. That's the best since Johns.
I think Jeremy Adams on Flash, maybe it lost me because Brandon Peterson was on art at the beginning.
Fair. Yeah.
It is too, like, Williamson had
stylist
Carmine Di Giomenico and Howard Porter at the end, and gosh, who else was on there? Some great artists.
But you know what the biggest problem with Williamson's
Christian
was?
Duce was on there.
The biggest problem with Williamson's was it was Barry. Enough said.
But see, so I came to Flash with,
I know.
the New 52.
I get it,
So
I get it.
with Barry being forced down my throat, so I
Yeah.
said, okay, fine, give me Barry.
Always going to be a Wally guy. If you give me a good Barry story like Williamson did, I will enjoy it. But I'd like to go back to there. Just like I'm glad that Green Lantern Corps is using all the Green Lanterns. Like, you know, Kyle is a part of it. And he's wearing the crab mask. They're not bothering to try to give him a new costume. Like, that's the costume we all know. Like, go ahead and make it happen.
Williamson got all the money in the world from the Flash TV show.
I'm sure he did.
When they started using his elements.
Well,
with the slow force.
we know a certain someone who was a part of a major Supergirl run, which then started becoming a major part of a Supergirl series. Speaking of which, got to see Jamal while I was in Dublin, Ireland. No relation to what I was just talking about, by the way.
You didn't see his Rolex on there from the Supergirl movie?
No, he left it at home. Yeah, left that one in Paris. But he seemed to have a great time there, and I actually ran into him in the streets the day before we were supposed to meet up. Like, I was leaving dinner, and just by pure coincidence ran into him on the street, and we met up for a little bit there as well.
He heard a non-Irish accent. He's like, I have to go find out who that is, just in case it's Ian.
Exactly, and lo and behold, that's exactly what it was, man. God, I want more Irish whiskey. But either way, we're at about an hour 40 at this point. Anything else you wanted to bring up?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Okay, good. Then I got nothing too. Always a pleasure to record with you in person. We should do this the next time I'm in Florida.
If I ever find a way to get to New York City.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
You haven't been there in a while, dude.
I have not.
I know, yeah. We could record using my other mics that I haven't used in a while.
I really need to go to New York Comic Con one of these years.
You should. Oh, no, you absolutely should. Which, by the way, as we're recording this, this upcoming weekend is FlameCon in New York City. That's the LGBTQ Comic-Con. Chris is going to be attending that, so hopefully we're going to get conversation on that moving forward. I'm also going to be missing Anime NYC, which is taking place the next weekend. I'm still going to be here, so I'm going to miss that. But also Chris will be there for that. There's a possibility that Raph may also be at FlameCon, and either way, we're going to get Chris's thoughts on that. I also have thoughts that I want to give on a extra point with Chris on something that I teased last episode with Gold Team, that I got to see the director's cut of the 1990 Captain America movie.
I heard you say this, and I know the context of it, but I've never seen any cut of it.
It is really only known for the one meme of
Red Skull?
Italian Red Skull, and also Captain America putting up the thumbs and saying, "Thanks, Mr. President." And then it's J.D. Salinger's son as Captain America.
Let's confuse that with Motorcycle Cap.
Yeah, Motorcycle Cap is very different. That's the 70s. Okay. Yeah, that was around the time of Suction Cup Spider-Man in the live action TV there. But yeah, we'll be talking about that, and I may try to squeeze a previews out while I'm here, as I don't know when else I'm going to get a chance to, but we'll figure it out either way.
I'm no longer traveling, so I will be available.
Oh, you're not traveling. You are going to be here.
I am in town.
Okay, all right. Well, I will keep that in mind if we need pitch hitters and talking about upcoming comics and shit. I will let you know. So absolutely. All right, let's finish it up. Email address, comictiming@gmail.com, facebook.com/comictiming, where you can find all that stuff, and the Comic Timing fan group. We appreciate all the conversation on there. We're also on YouTube. This will be an audio version, but usually there'll be video versions over at youtube.com/@comictimingpodcast. Also, Comic Timing Podcast on Instagram and Threads, and we're Comic Timing on Blue Sky. You have a Blue Sky account, Casina B, that you totally use all the time.
It's totally used.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's I check on there and nobody's. It's just brands posting. I follow people other than brands. All I get is fucking brands.
I get that with Threads more than I get with Blue Sky.
Dude, Threads turned into my Threads algorithm turned into trash.
It is pretty bad.
It was nice, and then it was trash.
Yeah, and of course, they can find you at BK's Bullets.
BK's Bullets on YouTube. Search me out.
Yep.
I do 2 reviews a week, or an overview. 2 videos a week, some occasional shorts, but focused on reading and reviewing comic books.
Excellent, fantastic, and hopefully the music that's been playing in the background here won't get us dinged on YouTube, but either way, who cares, because we are not monetized yet, so haha! And as always, there's always time for comics. Let's go drink some beer and eat some pizza.
Clink!